gentlemen of the Camber Yeoman Cavalry will lead the party, along with the Reverend and the local volunteers. Ensign Sparks, you will lead our column with Drummer Wortley. The artillery will march at the centre. That is all.
The rebels, under brave but inexperienced commanders like Richard Fraser, occupied the Price estate and the area along the main Camber Road.
Coming.
Gentlemen, absolute silence until the column is entirely within our power. Then on my signal, fire at point-blank range. Is that understood?
Yes.
Yes.
Hidden behind high hedges, the rebels waited until the York fencibles and militia were deep into the territory they now controlled.
Can we halt, sir? Very well, but send a patrol forward. Look for rebels on the road.
These rebels, sir, God shall make them as stubble to our swords.
Quite so, Reverend, quite so.
Are you all right, Mr. Sparks, sir?
No, not really, Sergeant. The McKee house and those charred bodies and...
Oh, don't worry. They'll run like rabbits when they see us.
It was a bright, hot summer afternoon, as less than 500 government troops walked into a massive ambush. Thanks to the dense vegetation, military scouts failed to detect the vast build-up of rebel forces in the area.
Come on, lads. We're all Yorkshiremen and Orange brethren. Love the brotherhood and clobber the croppies that would have froggy guillotines in our streets. Down, down, croppies, lie down. We soldiers otherin, so proud of our name, we'll raise upon rebels and Frenchmen our fame. We'll fight to the last with the honest old cause. We got our religion, our freedom and law. We'll fight for our country, our king and his crown, and make all the traitors and croppies lie down. Down, down, croppies lie down.
First to fall was the rector of Camber. government troops, under fire from an invisible enemy, had difficulty in manoeuvring their artillery in the narrow road.
For God's sake, Jimmy's on the culture! We're trying our best. We can't get the guns turned around. Please shot the pieces down.
Heavily outnumbered, Captain William Chetwynd's company was cut off, and he bravely attempted to rally his men on open ground.
Lads.
Surrender your arms! Surrender! No! Surrender!
Gentlemen, you will be safe now.
Move on!
Get on!
Go!
The race of glory was over for 16-year-old James Sparks, but also for the teenage John Birch. The triumph of the United Irishmen's arms at Saintfield was to be short-lived. Inexperienced leadership, treachery, and the poor support of the Catholic defenders led to the crushing defeat of Balnahinch. Too rapidly, the Presbyterian radical's shining ideal of an egalitarian republic that transcended ethnic and religious identity was consumed in the flames of ancient animosities. over 100 Protestants have already been executed or burned alive by Catholic rebels in Scullabogue. Now, another 100 were gratuitously tortured to death by the mob on Wexford Bridge. The pro-government press's publication of first-hand accounts of such horrors had a profound and lasting effect on the Protestant Irish psyche. A republic dominated by a non-enlightened Roman Catholic peasantry, far from being ecumenical, they feared, could only lead to Protestant annihilation. Balnahinch commander, the Anglican linen merchant Henry Munro, was turned in, tried and died heroically, hanged before his own front door in Lisburn. Many rebels were rounded up and summarily executed. Thomas Ledlie Birch was arrested and taken to Hillsborough. His trial immediately followed that of Munro, but by now the government preferred penitents to martyrs.
Birch, I must tell you frankly, I expected sooner or later to try your brother for treason, but not your son.
Sir, I am mortified.
Well, I cannot forget that I owe my election to Parliament in part to you and your family. You've already lost one son. The other boy will get off. But as for your brother, it is a well-known fact that he preached at Creevy Rocks on the eve of the Battle of Ballynahinch. The court-martial will send him to preach in heaven if he does not give an example of contrition.
I am sure that will be possible, sir.
You may go.
George! I ought to kill you myself. My son is dead. You're still alive. Here, read this tomorrow. It might just save your treacherous hide.
This court, having considered the evidence against you, finds you guilty and sentences you to be... Richard Fraser pleaded guilty and was condemned to death for his part in the Battle of Saintfield. Take the prisoner away. Ledlie Birch was not so heroic. He had a wife and family to worry about. Thomas Ledlie Birch, have you anything to say in your defence?
I feel myself particularly happy in my distressful situation to be judged by